Man, I swear that I'm a real one, I ain't never losing. And now I'm so caught they spin, but they don't never do shit. I'm in these streets, this shit is real, man, I ain't picking choosing. I gotta get rich before I die, I'm focused on the music. And I swear that I'm a real one, I ain't never losing. And now I'm so caught they spin, but they don't never do shit. I'm in these streets, this shit is real, man, I ain't picking choosing. I gotta get rich before I die.
So a lot of updates, a lot of changes also. So this is one thing I want to speak about. Like the shit which you put out, let's just say on social media, like which I personally put out about 10x, which talks about 10x actions. I literally mean that, and that's how exactly I do anything that I do. Anything. That's why I am so obsessed with working out. Because I do not want to work out just for fuck's sake. I want to work out to see how best, what's the best thing I can get out of working out. I want to know what's the maximum. So that's always growth. There's no end to that, so you always keep going at it. Similarly, even with any work I am involved with, I always pressurize the people. I always fucking pressure them so much because I want it to be done at that level. When I say pressurize, let's just say if I'm making 10 calls, 100 calls, I'm not making 100 calls, of course, so I'm not hitting my maximum. There it is. But I'm just saying, if I'm making 10 calls and if you're making 4, and then you say it's not my cup of tea to make 10 calls, or it's not my cup of tea, so the road's completely fucked up here. So let's just hope it's fine. Yeah, so when I work with people who are only giving 40% of what they can give, I am not like my time is not going to be worth being spent there. It's not that they're wrong or they're bad. It's just that the level of outcome they want is different from the level of outcome I want. So if I want 10x results, when I say 10x, that's literally what I mean. I need to put in 10 times the effort. So that is one of the reasons why I wake up early. When I wake up early, I have more time on my hand. So this is why I always stick to my 3 a.m. because let's just say I'm a guy who wakes up at 3 a.m. and you're a person who wakes up at, let's just give you the advantage. I know most of the people don't, but I'll still give you the advantage and give you 7 a.m. Okay? So when you wake up at 7 a.m., 3 calculate, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4 hours. I have 4 hours on my hand. Okay, you may say he will be awake 4 hours after I sleep. But understand this, the world does not function, the entire world does not function with your time zone. Okay, so there is that one specific point. So you get to connect with different people when you are up early. And if you say who are the different people you connect with, get on LinkedIn. So you cannot keep saying shit without trying shit. Get on LinkedIn, try to connect with random people. You will see that they can give you an opportunity. You know, when I asked for marketing agencies, I've been connected with people from Brazil, Spain, and all of these meetings happened at 5 in the morning. Why? Because their timing and my timing were perfectly aligned then. And my mentoring session with Grant Cardone, it happens at 5 in the morning. Why? Because for them it's evening and for me it's morning. So this is how waking up early is going to help you out. And yeah, see, this is just one point of it, and the major point is not this yet. The major point is that, so when you are up at 7 and let's just say the business world or the time to start working for random people, approx time when they go to work is 9 a.m. Okay, so when you wake up at 7, you have 2 hours. In 2 hours, if you're lazy, you are not going to be at your prime state. I'm already up at 3, so by the time it's 9, I am already 5 hours into the day, 5 or 6 hours. So when it's that long, I'll be at my peak state. And when you're at your peak state, you can prolong it. The hardest part is to reach the peak state. Once you reach the peak state, you can literally prolong it. It's literally like once you're in the gym, going to the gym is the fucking toughest part. But once you start working out, you can obviously finish it. You can literally complete your entire workout and not give up. That's the whole point. Going to the gym is hard. Similarly, reaching to the peak point is tough. So if you have a lot of distractions, so When I wake up at 3, literally nobody's awake, so no social media interaction whatsoever. So I have very least amount of interaction. By the time I'm at my peak state, I don't have not a lot of distractions. So when you wake up late, everyone is up and everyone is going through social media, and then you have shitloads of distractions. So how do you expect yourself to get to a peak state with a lot of distractions? If you can manage to do that, that's amazing. But if you cannot, if it's clearly shown that you're not able to do it, it doesn't make any sense repeating the same thing. So this is why when somebody comes up to me asking ki, how do you wake up at 3 a.m? It's not how do I wake up, it's a choice I've made. Why? Because the after effect of this choice, or the consequence of this choice, is what I want. Okay, so this is not a short term game, it's a long term play. So 10 years of me doing this is going to help me connect with a lot more people from different places. So this is how this point is too big for me. This single point is enough for me to do this every single day without any cribbing done. Yeah, I'm going to crib, but I'm at least going to get it done. So anyways, so when you are actually I'm talking about myself, so not you. So when I'm surrounded with people who are not willing to put in the same effort as me, that is only going to pull me down. Or when I am in the state where I do not want to work, and when the people around me are going to say, yeah, it's okay to be at this state, that is exactly what I don't want to put myself into. I want people around me to say, you fucked up, you fucking it up, you need to get your game up, you need to level up, you need to do some shit. And this is exactly what I tell to all my friends. Again, not all my friends are like driven and stuff, and that's absolutely fine. But if you're saying that you're driven, or if you're obsessed in shit, and if you do not follow up with your actions, I'm going to call you out. And I always call my friends out. You can ask them and they're going to tell you on that. I tell it on the faces if they're not doing shit, and they tell it on my face if I'm not doing shit. This is how it works. This is why I like to be around the people who always tell me what the fuck is happening with me. Rather, if you're around, this is what I've learned, or this is what I've seen. A lot of people are comfortable around their core friends because everyone is okay with how they are, and that's fine. But if you're not okay with how you are, and if you still crib about how you are, that is not fine. That does not make any sense. You have a choice to make shit better, and you're choosing not to make it better, and you're crying for your environment. You're crying about your situations and blaming it for that. So that's how I see it. Thanks to Gary Vee, Grant Cardone. When I say these names, these names are not just people out there, who put out shit. But if you really apply what the fuck they're saying, it's going to benefit you. And that's exactly what I'm doing, and this is what I'm telling all my friends, to go check out Gary Vee. Gary Vee's shit on YouTube is the best advice I've ever seen till date. At least other people try to sell you something, but Gary Vee doesn't sell you shit. And even though if he's selling you shit, he's going to tell you what exactly is he selling. And whatever he sells gets you value. So he doesn't sell you some random shit. This is the best thing about Gary Vee. So he puts out a lot of content about, marketing. And then the next big opportunity you will have. And then, yeah, he'll give you a lot of important data. And that's what I've taken my skill set, which I would call skill set. I'm still learning that skill set, marketing. Whatever I'm seeing there, I'm trying to apply. I've applied it with one person specifically, and the results are amazing. I'm applying it everywhere with everyone I approach. I'm giving it out to them saying, yo, I'm using this. Use it. If it helps you, great. So if you want that strategy which I wrote down for social media after researching on Gary Vee's content, I can share it with you anytime. So yeah, so that's the whole point of today's video. You can't surround yourself with people who are not I wouldn't say you don't have to surround yourself with like-minded people. It's just that your work ethic, my work ethic is different from the people I work around right now. So the environment would not always be calm, because they would expect something else and I would expect something else. And as always, expectations always lead to disappointments. But expectations help you reach certain goals. This is why I always have them in certain aspects. Not with people. With people, it's fucked up. You're bound to get disappointed if you expect shit from people. But when you approach business, you need to have certain expectations. Again, this is again related to the promises you keep to yourself. If you say you're going to bring X amount of business, you need to take some certain level of action in order to get the X amount of business. What does keeping promises to yourself do? Keeping promises to yourself gives you self-confidence. Self-confidence for me is literally defined by the promises I keep to myself. This is self-confidence for me. I don't care about what other person is going to tell. I mean, I never thought of confidence in such way. I always saw that if I kept promises to myself, I'm going to fucking better myself. Isn't that the perfect method to grow? Simple. Anyways, amazing day. I drove a lot today. I'm heading back home right now. So I guess I should be uploading the video by 6:37. Bye bye.